It's the best goddamn job in the world, and you people are my victims. Thank you. Every one of you. I'm having a good time. You people suffer. Humiliating and exploiting every one of you. That's what I do. I'm proud of it. I don't hide from it. No need to write hate mail to me and tell me that I'm doing that. I know I'm doing it. And you, the masochists and agoraphobics of America, you all think you're on to something that I'm not well aware of. Well, I am aware of it. The more I abuse and misuse and mistreat all of you, the higher the ratings go. And you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Who's your daddy?
Mm-hmm. I am more dangerous when I'm in a great mood than when I am in a really foul mood. Anything can happen, goddammit, anything. And I'm in one of those moods. Tell you what. Woof. I'm a happy boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here is an email I received from a listener named Toby. Toby writes in and says, "Hello, Tom. I've recently begun listening to your show, and you have taught me a lot about how men think." Thank you very much for that. I've had a lot of guys tell me I'm very attractive, even though I don't believe it. I have a very petite figure, nothing like the girls on your website. By the way, what I love, and I'm not saying that Toby is interested, but what I love about women who are interested in me, the first thing they do, they go to my website, and they see the pictures of me with people like Carmen Electra and all these other hot chicks, and their self-esteem goes down about 5 notches. Oh, I'm not as good looking as that. Oh, I'm no Carmen Electra. You're damn straight, you know. Toby goes on to say, I made the mistake of telling my ex-boyfriend I loved him too soon in the relationship, which is probably why he is now my ex-boyfriend. I acted very immaturely by not being able to let go. But we kept in touch and were able to work on a project together, which is about the same time I began learning from you. Before listening to you, we fought constantly. But this time around, we've been getting along much, much better. Problem is, he is unable to admit to others that we're actually dating. We're pretty much living together, which means that she's left her Tampax under the sink. When anyone asks him what's going on, he says, I don't know. He's sad when I try to leave. What should I do? Besides the label or lack of label, I've never been happier. Thanks. Well, let me give you my advice on this, and then I'm going to get to the topic at hand here, all right? Why does it have to have a label? If you are living with him, and by the way, I don't know how old you are, but unless you're planning on marrying somebody, I think living with them is wrong. Not because it's immoral or because I'm a prude, but because, what's the point? What is the point? But I don't understand why you can't just enjoy it for what it is. If you're having a good time and he's having a good time, what's the problem? This is clearly one of the women who always has to be asking those deep questions. Where is this going? Where is this relationship going? You heard that one before, Snuggles, right? Where is this going? You know, I need to know where this is going. And, of course, you know the response I give to that one. The only thing going is me. Thank you. The minute you ask me where the relationship is going, it's gone. It's done. if we can't just have fun with it being what it is, it's over. If I have to discuss with you whether you're my girlfriend or my lover or my friend or my fiance or my uck buddy or whatever it is, if I have to have that conversation with you, that's the last day of the relationship right there. Done. I am so tired of that. I must tell you. Jesus. So, dear, if it's going well, why don't you just stay? Why do you care what he says to other people? Why does that matter? Are you with him for your own enjoyment or for other people to gawk and say, ooh, you're so lucky? I mean, why? Why are you there? You're there for you, right? So, enjoy. F him. Hang out with him. Go on vacation with him. Play Parcheesi with him. I don't care. Have fun. When the biological time clock starts ticking, leave. That's it. And do not have a baby without his consent. That is so goddamn stupid. Guaranteed to make him hate you forever and ever. Don't do that. But I love this. What should I do? He can't admit to others that we're actually dating. What does that mean, by the way, that we're actually dating? Dating equals porking. Is it necessary for him to tell everybody who he's effing? Plus, you say you practically live together. That means you don't live together. It means you're effing 5 nights a week or so. That's all it means. We're practically living together. Believe you me, dear, if you were his girlfriend, you probably would be living together. But you're not. All right? That's my advice. Just enjoy it for what it is. If you need to be all clingy and you need to get your claws into somebody and his ATM card, fine, leave. Stop seeing him. But if you're having all the fun you say you're having, you've never been happier in your entire life, what are you doing? Stop screwing with it. Now, related to this letter is something I do want to talk about here, and that is when people have the stink of death. And you know what the stink of death is, right? In terms of relationships, this is the woman who is frequently 29 years old. She's 29, and she essentially has given herself the next year to find somebody. And it's going to be like, tag, you're it. That's how she's going to pick a husband. You know, she has saved absolutely zero money over the years. She has gone on trips to Cancun. She has bought herself 7,000 handbags and 3 million pairs of shoes. She has credit card debt up the yin-yang. And she suddenly turns around and realizes she is 29 years old. And now she's having a harder and harder time finding friends to go out and party with her, to go to clubs with her, to go to bars with her. The 29-year-old frequently has friends who are 21. You ever see that? The 29-year-old with the 22-year-old roommate? Because the 29-year-old can't find any other 29-year-olds who want to go out partying with them, so they have to, start moving down. So now the roommates and the friends are 22 and 23. And then, of course, when you go out with the 22 and 23-year-old, the guys are looking at the 22 or 23-year-old more than they're looking at you. And now you're getting scared. And now you're getting desperate. And now you're starting to realize maybe you didn't cash your chips in fast enough. So now you are on just a demonic drive to marry anybody. And so you are out there and you are the queen of those questions. You know the ones I'm talking about. Where is this going? Where is this all leading? Right, Snuggles? You betcha. I mean, I love being with you, Snuggles, but I have to know where this is going. I wasn't even there, but I know exactly what the former Mrs. Snuggles was haranguing you with. I know. Believe me, I know. So they have what I call the stink of death all over them. And here's the other thing about these women. So many of them can't figure out why men are running for the hills. Some of these women can't even get laid anymore because they scare guys off. They creep us out. And one of the ways they creep us out is, we've had sex with them once or twice, and they tell us they love us. And then they leave that pregnant pause in there, like I do with callers. They leave that pregnant pause in there. It kind of goes like this. I love you. And then she goes, and my response would always be, and that's great. That is great. That's always a good non-answer to that one. Well, I think that's just great. You love me? That is great. But the reality is, when you tell me you love me after banging me twice, I am McCollum the travel agent. I'm getting out of town. I'm done with you. And sometimes this stink of death makes women and, frankly, men who have the stink of death for a different reason or a different set of reasons. But people with the stink of death, number one, they don't even know they have it. They go to their friends and they go, I can't figure out why I can't find anybody, I was with this guy. He didn't even want to sleep with me. He didn't even, make a pass at me. You ever hear that one? He wouldn't even make a pass at me. It's because you got the stink of death on you, darling. Or he asked me twice, and then I never heard from him again. It's that desperation thing. But how can you tell somebody after... are there rare instances where maybe this is true? Probably. Please don't call me and tell me it was love at first sight for you and your 13-year-old schoolmate and you were married for 87 years. I don't want to hear about it, okay? Because you are clearly the odd duck. But in general, how can somebody love you after such a short period of time? Now, by the way, I'm not saying that guys are immune to this. In fact, guys are a whole other story. Because you know what the guys do, right? The guys are already planning a vacation that looks more like a honeymoon. Like they get the top suite at the Salish Lodge in Snoqualmie Falls. The one that is generally held aside as the honeymoon suite. They reserve that. They start buying you, quote-unquote, friendship rings. They're calling you 83 times a day. When you're out with your girlfriends, they start freaking out. Start panicking. Oh, yeah. They want you to come home and meet the parents. You're still out partying. You're just banging different guys and stuff. And there's this guy who all of a sudden wants you to meet his parents. And then when they finally burp it out, maybe they've had too many Jack and Cokes or whatever, and then they just burp out the I love you thing to you. Then you're like, what do I do now? It's so inappropriate. So I'm wondering how fast this has happened to you. In other words, there you are dating somebody, maybe even had a good evening with them, or two or three, right? And, it's good as it is, and who knows, maybe something will happen, maybe it won't. And suddenly the other person drinks too much, or they're waiting for you to do something or say something, and you don't do what they want, and finally they just burp it out. I love you. Don't you know I love you? Has this happened to you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You are so yummy.
Damn.
Oh, really?
If only you knew.
Oh, if only I knew.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. All right. Somebody said I love you way too soon. Shocked the hell out of you. Sean on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Sean, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom? What's going on, man?
Not much, Sean.
So I did have this funny story. About a week ago, right? We and my friends are like at this coffee place, right? And we meet those two beautiful chicks, right? And, you know, we start conversation, all that stuff, right? And then we decide to all go out the same evening, right? Me and my best friend and those other two chicks, right?
Right.
So we go to this, like, hotel, right? They have, like, the bar and all that stuff. And whatever, my friend starts working on his girl, I start working on mine, you know what I mean? And eventually, like, my friend and his chick, like, take off, right? And we're sitting there and, like, drinking. And I realized about my chick, she was, like, really drinking heavily, you know, I could tell. She was, like, you know, like 28, 29, and she was, like, you know, into boozing, having a good time, hot chick, you know. So anyway, here we are, and she starts asking me all those personal questions, right? She's like, oh, yeah, so how you feel about marriage and kids and all that stuff. And I figured, you know, maybe, you know, this is my chance to show that I'm a good guy and all that stuff, because I just want to take care of business and get out of there, right? And that's when she, like, goes like, you know, Sean, I think I'm really falling in love with you, and I would love to have your baby.
Wait a minute. How long was this?
This was about, like 10 days ago, man.
No. How long did it take for her to say, I love you and I want you to have my baby? How long did that take?
Dude, we met at, like, 9:30 at, like, 1:30.
4 hours? It took her 4 hours to fall in love with you and want to have a baby with you.
I swear to you.
That is one sick bitch.
I know, dude. I was like, dude, I gotta get out of there, dude.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't believe it. Dude, she was not joking. Dude. She was like, I think I'm falling in love with you, and I want to have your kid. And I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, boy. And did you use birth control that night?
Well, I used protection and everything, but, like, it was really weird because, like, she was still calling for, like, a few days, and I started giving her, like, excuses, like, you know, I couldn't show up and this and that, because I didn't even know if she remembered any of this, you know what I mean? But I could still tell while it happened, she was sincere and really, like, you know, when you're drunk, somewhere in there, there's an honesty, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, listen, I just wanted to get right out.
Oh, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to hightail it right out of there.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Pat on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, I was a senior in high school, getting ready to leave for the Marine Corps out of Detroit.
Uh-huh.
I take out this girl. She's a junior. Get her back to my folks' house. We're down in the good old basement. You know what the basement's all about.
I do.
She's giving me a Hummer. She comes up. She's got drool all over her face, so to speak.
Drool, yeah.
She tells me.
She was wearing that lovely pearl necklace you gave her.
Yeah, she tells me, I love you. Don't leave for the Marine Corps.
No, it's more like... I
go, you gotta go. We gotta go. I think my parents are coming home. We gotta leave.
Now, wait a minute. How long were you dating this chick?
It was the first date. I was in...
it was the first date.
She was across at the horticulture, so, you know, we always used to make fun of the plant girls and stuff, all making trees and beautiful crap.
Uh-huh.
And so I took her out.
And she loved you after one Hummer.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I went back, I was in the military, I went back on leave about a year later.
Yeah.
Visited the same girl, same thing.
No, she was in love with you again.
She told me she thought about me all the time.
Please.
What can you do?
Well, you dumped her, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I was home on leave, so I went out there the one night, and then I came back to California the next day.
Right. But, I mean, you're not like, you get letters from her and stuff? Did you end it? No.
No, nothing like that. No letters, no phone calls. I gave her, I gave her the runaround. Oh, I'm leaving for Korea, Japan, Okinawa, Russia. They call the boat, Do me a favor,
go, please.
Hey, do me a favor, Tom.
Yeah, Pat.
Palestinian style.
It's probably just like this. 1-800-5800-TOM. He's our telephone number. It's Brian on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's up, Tom?
Not much, Brian.
Nothing. Oh, man. You're going to be disappointed in me. It was me who made the stupid mistake.
You did it.
I did it. Met this girl. Things were going great. week after I met her, the girl basically was living with me. I was getting laid, 3-4 times a day, so, I wasn't complaining. So about 2 months into it, one of my buddies is over and she's there and we're having this discussion. And, she was getting all pissed off. So I kind of turned to her and I kind of mouthed it like, I love you, just trying to, break the moment or whatever. 2 seconds later, she jumps on top of me, stares me in the face. Brian, I love you so much, saying all this stuff, and starts kissing me and everything. So things are going great, right? And I didn't mean to say it. I should have never said it, but I did. So a few months later, take her back to New York, take her to meet my family and everything. Everything's going great.
Mm-hmm.
Can't turn a whore into a housewife.
So what'd she do when she met your family?
Oh, she loved my family. My family loved her. Everything was, peachy keen. But, she had finally decided to go back to her ways of, all the other guys. She started seeing some guy at the end, and I was just like, you know what? I'm like, pack your stuff and get out.
Wow.
But I was a stupid one. I should have never said it, and I did. And
you got to have that response ready to go.
Oh, I don't know.
You got to say, that's great. When a woman says, I love you, you say, that's great. I think that is so great.
Yeah. It's kind of hard. I mean, this girl, she was a knockout. I mean, she had the rack, the butt, everything. She did everything right.
Right.
But messed everything up.
You should have said, that's just great.
Now I know next time.
All right. Keep that in mind, Brian.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you for the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Have you ever been with someone who said, I love you way too soon? Matt on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Hi, Matt.
Okay. I was dating this girl. Well, not really dating, just partying with her, pounding one off every once in a while.
Yeah.
And I ended up having to have surgery, and I went to the hospital. She actually went to the hospital with me all this time. She spent the whole time with me, but, she actually thought it was more than it actually was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I got out of the hospital, started feeling better, then decided, I needed to send her down the road. But before I even decided that, she said, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's nice, that's great. One of them,
Yeah.
And then, so I sent her down the road, but then she went psycho on me. She started calling my house and driving by at 3 in the morning, drunk off her ass, doing all this kind of stuff, being all crazy.
I hate when they do that.
I know, but you know what I did, though?
What?
I called the cops on her one time when she came to my house, and she was drunker than 30 Indians, and I called the cops, and she actually went to jail.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel kind of...
then she really went psycho.
She did, man. She was like saying she's going to kill herself and all this stuff, trying to get me to hang on just by guilt, and that's about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my story, man.
Well, it's a pretty good one, Matt. Thank you for the call. The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Is our telephone number. It's Brent on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Tom. Before I start off, I hope this psychotic bim that I'm going to talk about here is listening, because she's an actress and a bad one, and she's got plenty of time to listen to you.
Really?
I love your show. Anyway, I took her to Australia. Stupid move. I travel a lot for work, and I had to go there for about 3 weeks. I took her there for 2. On the second day there, I only slept with her 3 times before that. Took her there on the second day. She told me she loves me on the beach.
Oh, no.
So said, so we had a dinner. I'm sitting there quiet, making plans, trying to figure out what to do, make a few phone calls. She's on a flight the next morning back to L.A. Gone. So then I get back to L.A. about a month and a half later. There's flowers, there's everything, there's stuff at the office. She found out I was picking up a new car. She met me at the dealership.
Oh, no.
This girl's a complete psycho. Complete psycho. But you know whose fault this is? Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never date actresses.
Yeah, I made that mistake.
Dumb. Real dumb.
I made that mistake. They all have the biggest insecurities and the lowest self-esteem.
Oh, complete psycho. Absolute complete psycho. So if she's still listening, can I say her first name?
Sure.
Heather, stop calling me. Go away.
Does she listen to the show?
Oh, she loves you. Absolutely
really?
loves you. But it's amazing that guys listen to you. How can they do that, Tom? How can they do that? How can they do that? She's surprised that they listen to you. You know what, Tom? You're right. We're wrong. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Brett. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jennifer on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom.
Jennifer.
Hi, this is Jennifer. How are you?
I just said that.
I just started listening to your show because my boyfriend Jason listens to you all the time, and all of his family members listen to you. And they all have these great anecdotes that you tell them. So I started listening today. I called my boyfriend today, and, I told him I loved him. I've been planning for the past, week, right? He hasn't said anything back. So finally today he told me, he's like, listen to the Tom Leykis Show right now. I want to know how come it's bad for you to tell your boyfriend that, or your husband, or whatever.
How long have you been with this guy?
Oh, since, I don't know.
All right.
So what's wrong with that? And why are you always putting down women? That's not fair.
Well, first of all, let's deal with the topic we're talking about.
Okay.
Your boyfriend wanted you to tune in because he doesn't love you.
No, because he listens to you and he thinks you're so great and everything that you
Why
say.
won't he say he loves you?
I don't, because he's 25 years old.
Because he doesn't love you.
No. Why does he listen
If
to
he
me?
loved you,
Why
he would... because you're a good piece of ass.
Oh, my God. No, I don't think that's
He
it.
does. Then why doesn't he tell you he loves you?
Because he's 25.
No, you're in denial.
Denial of... He doesn't...
When guys love you, they're idiots. They can't shut up about it.
He's young, and...
You're younger.
He hasn't had any girlfriends. Like, he hasn't had a lot of girlfriends. I mean, he has, but he hasn't.
Probably didn't love them either.
Maybe.
No, that's my point.
But it doesn't help it. This is my thing. He listens to you all the time.
He not only listens to me. You said I love you a week ago. He still hasn't responded. Then I'm doing this topic today, and he tells you to tune in. He's sending you a big message. He doesn't love you.
Oh, you're so mean, Tom.
I'm being honest. He likes hanging out with you. He likes effing you. You're okay to hang out with. You're a cool chick, maybe, but he doesn't love you.
All right.
Do you believe me or not?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, maybe.
We could settle this issue right now. We could call him right now.
If you want to, go ahead.
All right, hold on. We'll get his number from you. We'll call him. He's probably listening. Let's confront this issue right now. Stephan, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing today, brother?
All right, Stephan.
Hey, well, I got a little story here to tell you. Long story short, I was banging this chick for about 2 weeks. And in the beginning, the first date right off the bat, brother, I mean, my God, she was wonderful. She was freaky. She did everything I wanted plus. So anyway, 2 weeks into the relationship, I'm in the middle of banging this chick, and she just spouts off, I love you. Well, tell you what, Mr. Happy goes limp. I get off, and I say later.
That's what you have to do.
Oh, it's no doubt, man.
That is what you have to do.
2 weeks into it now, how can you tell if anyone loves you or whatnot? Maybe a year, year and a half, but 2 weeks, for crying out loud.
Yeah, really.
Plus, she just got off a bad relationship.
Of course, and you are the rebound relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought I might share that with you, Tom. Hey, would you be able to take me out with a bong here, brother?
Watch me.
No cost.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
Really?
1-800-5800-866.
You are pretty much a woman banger, and it's kind of funny because...
A woman banger. Thank you.
Thank you. The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. All right, we've been talking to Jennifer here.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer. All right, we went and found Jason.
Uh-oh.
And he does not know why we're going on the air together. He just knows we are.
He's going to be so mad.
That's okay. We're gonna resolve this once and for all. You ready?
I think so. Don't be so mean, though.
I'm not mean. I'm a nice guy.
No, you're not. I told my boyfriend you were so mean, and he told me, he yelled at me, Tom's such a great guy. He has so many good things to say. And I was like, I'm going to call him and tell him what's up.
So your boyfriend knows me better than you do. I'll tell you that.
Well, because he's been listening forever, and he just got me listening to you.
All right.
And I mean, you're so mean to women. I don't know why you hate women so much.
I love women, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because believe me, consider the alternative when it comes to fellatio.
You know, we're not all like gold digging like girls. Like I'm not.
Whoever said that? I never said that. I do. Let's get to your boyfriend. We're going to run out of time here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's say hello to Jason. Jason is holding on here. Hey, Jason.
Hello, Tom.
How you doing, Jason?
What's up?
Not much.
Sweetie.
Hi.
No, it's Jennifer on the other line there.
Hey, what's up?
She called in on my show.
Oh, she did. I told her to listen to your show.
Yeah, I know. She told me.
Right.
And we're going to resolve something here once and for all.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, she tells me about a week ago she said she loves you.
Yeah.
And that for a week you have not responded in kind. Of course not. Now tell her why.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wanting. Okay, I don't expect an answer back, but
No. You're getting the answer. You're getting the answer.
No, I.
You're getting the answer.
Hold on.
No, you're not going to live in denial anymore. You're going to get the answer.
I told you that I loved you, and then you told me to listen to Tom Leykis show, and Tom Leykis is telling all these guys they're idiots for saying that they love you, or that their girlfriends are stupid for saying that they.
What did I tell you, Jennifer?
Are you trying to tell me something, honey?
They are idiots.
Why?
The guys who tell you that they're idiots.
But why are they idiots? Why are they idiots if their girlfriend tells them that? Why?
Why do I got to tell you that I love you?
Well,
We're just going out.
I know, but do you care about me?
A little.
A little? What's that mean?
What are you talking about?
You guys are having a good time.
We're having a good time, you know. We're just going out. Why
screw it up, right?
We've been for about 3-4 months.
Okay, so does it bother you when I say I love you to you?
You could say what you want, but I don't see why I got to say it back.
Come on, it bothers you because you feel pressure from her to say I love you back, right, Jason?
Okay, I'm not going to say.
Yeah, a little.
And you don't love her. You just like hanging out with her.
That's right.
I'm not going to say.
Hey, wait, did you hear that, Jennifer? Jennifer doesn't want to hear this. Jennifer, he just said that I'm right, that he doesn't love you. He just likes hanging out with you.
Okay, but I really care about him, though.
But that doesn't change how he feels.
Yeah, do you get that, Jen?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. What are you trying to say?
He just said it.
I don't get it.
We'll just hang out and have a good time with each other.
Okay, but I don't get it.
He said he doesn't love you. What more do you need?
Well, but does he still want to be with me?
Yeah, I like hanging out with you, but...
Okay, I like hanging out with you too, sweetie.
All right.
But you said you love him, and you were complaining to me that he hadn't responded in kind.
Okay, Tom, you know what? He's a really good guy. He has a great job. He works for the union.
Sounds like a great guy.
He's a hard worker. He lives on his own. He doesn't do drugs. He's a good guy. Why wouldn't...
By the way, Jason, don't let her move in with you. If she tries to move in, don't let her do it.
Tom, stop!
See, she wants to move into your place, Jason. I'm telling you.
Honey,
That's
I don't
next.
want to move in with you. Didn't we already discuss that? Didn't I take all my stuff back
And look out for the pinholes in the condoms, too, Jason.
All right.
Oh, my God. Tom, I'm not like that. Why do you say that about women? Women are not all like that.
I'm not saying it about women, dear. I'm saying it about you. Thanks for the call.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Right, it's the Tom Leykis Show. Post Office Box 4455, Hollywood, California, 90078. Email us. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. tom@blowmeuptom.com. Or visit our newly redesigned website. You betcha, www.blowmeuptom.com. From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.